Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Are you ready? What? I said, are you ready? Yeah! Can't steal it! Woo! Wheel and deal it! The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning, but brother, I am bad and they know I'm bad.
I'm the man of the hour, the man with the power. You sweet to be sour.
It's showtime, folks!
Welcome to the Grill Out. From the heart of Shillian, West Virginia, here's your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out, episode 82. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. I am joined by both of my illustrious, chaotic, headache-inducing co-hosts.
Took a lot of breath there, Jeff, didn't you? I can't remember who you are.
Yeah. Who are you people?
Who are you, and what have you done?
Get off my lawn!
That was Josh Cole.
Yeah, I am back. I was on a world tour. I tore my ACL for this show, and I lost my title.
I mean,
you're welcome.
We are in a conundrum with that.
We are.
You're welcome.
Jason Lykens,
the reflection
of perfection.
The reflection of perfection, greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're good, you're good. When you're great, you're me. And unlike Josh, both of my knees feel fine.
I hurt all the time.
Yeah, it's a lie. Like I sneeze and I pull my neck. Like, why am I getting old? Well, I know why I'm getting old. It's because I'm still alive. But
it happens.
When did I get old? Like I know I'm older than both of you two. Yesterday. That's what it was. Yeah. That's what did it yesterday. Yep.
But you know, there is something that.
Why are you talking? It's not your show.
It is my show.
It is.
It is on the billboard. Marquee, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever.
Billboard. We don't have a billboard.
We don't got that kind of money. No.
We don't have a sponsor.
You think we got a budget?
Yeah.
I pay to be here. Yes.
Yes, he does. He pays a toll to get here.
I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we I don't
today, Junior.
I forgot what I was even going to say.
You were going to talk about how great I am.
No.
But no, we have a conundrum.
We do. We have a conundrum.
You're welcome.
So, last week...
We made history.
Oh, well, Vacant made history.
Yeah.
Last week...
Got that illustrious title.
Yes. Jason and I were on the show. Josh was out of town.
That's why it was a good show.
We were not able to record on Sunday.
No.
Because Mother's Day and everything. So our schedule and stuff got in the way.
Yes.
And Backlash was that night.
Yes.
Jason and I were joking off the air last week. Hey, what if we tied? Josh lost the title.
Yeah.
Then what are we going to do?
Yeah.
And here we are.
That's right.
Jason and I tied.
Yep.
Josh lost the title.
Okay. So I think it should go to the taller of the two.
How tall are you?
Taller than you.
Paper, scissors it?
We could.
We are not going to Rochambeau that.
What?
All I'm saying is, like, if
you've never heard rock, paper, scissors called Rochambeau?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You've heard it called Rochambeau, haven't you, Jason?
Yeah.
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 Why is it called Rochambeau?
There's just another way of saying it. Just like
how is that another way of saying it?
It's just a fun way to say it.
I don't know. I don't know why it's called. Why do you have long hair?
Because I'm a man.
I used to have long hair.
Yeah.
I actually had long hair when this show first started.
I believe in rock.
All right, so we're not going to do rock, paper, scissors. We're not going to do Rochambeau.
No.
Even though Josh doesn't know what Rochambeau is.
Okay, what if it just goes to the person who's had the longest title reign?
No.
Okay, what about the person who had the first title reign?
No.
What about the person who has the best hair?
I mean, I'm right here.
I have better hair than both of you.
No, you don't.
What?
Yes, I do.
No, listen,
I'll let my golden locks down right now.
please
You-
don't.
you
I don't
go-
want that
go
much
right-
dandruff on the table.
You go right ahead, Goldilocks.
Yeah.
All right.
You're not in this conversation. Just you know what?
It should
You
go
know
to
what?
the
No,
most
Jeff,
recent champion before Josh.
Jeff, I'm sorry. Just turn his mic off. It doesn't matter right now. Oh wow, he actually did. I have power.
So no, we are not going to do that. I have an idea.
I still think we should do trivia.
I'm
You
for
see,
it.
he agrees.
Yeah, I suggested that.
Only because you suggested that. I suggested
weeks
it
ago.
back the first time we did the show, way back when we were doing it in the broom closet studio.
The
That was
broom
my
closet
inaugural
That's the only
episode.
reason why you were there.
Oh, the broom closet studio.
I brought the brooms.
Just
You-
sweeping it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your idea, Jeff?
I say
I hate it.
Double or Nothing is next weekend.
Okay.
So our next episode is going to be predictions as it is.
Okay.
Why don't just you and I, the only one, we are the only two that do predictions.
No Josh.
Josh is excluded because he technically lost the title.
Okay.
Vacant has it now. Vacant is now a one-time Grill Out Predictions champion.
Yeah, that's true.
And I say because where we tied, just you and I next week.
Okay. What if we tie again?
That's what I was wondering.
Then we do trivia.
I mean, we could do that. If I think, Josh, no matter what, maybe you get some trivia questions ready.
Yeah.
Because if there's a chance that we may tie.
There is a chance because sometimes when we do predictions, we are pretty similar on who we're picking.
I would like to say that I would feel bad.
Would you
if-
like to know
if-
what the current card is to see if you would tie? There's only 6 matches.
You know
at the
what?
moment.
Really quick, let me finish my thought,
Okay.
and then you can talk.
I mean, we could.
Yeah.
We could, but anyway, yes, finish
Yeah,
your thought.
I would like to say that I would feel bad if Josh was not involved in predictions. I would like to say that. No, anyways. Yes, that's right. You interrupted my joke.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear the card.
So we got Hangman Page and Will Ospreay, a Owen Hart tournament.
Okay, Owen Hart's
tournament.
winning.
Yeah.
Is that the final or semifinal?
That is the final for the men.
Okay.
Okay.
So
final
the final
for
is
the women's.
is Paige.
Yeah, Page and Will
Ospreay,
Ospreay. Final
okay.
for the women's Owen Hart Cup tournament is Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné.
Okay.
AEW World Tag Team title match, Hurt Syndicate versus the Sons of Texas, which is Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Women's World title match, Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa. Tag team match, FTR and versus Daniel Garcia and Nigel McGuinness. And then a stretcher match between Mark Briscoe and Ricochet. It's not on here, but there's also going to be an anarchy in the arena between John Moxley's team and Swerve Strickland's team.
Okay.
I feel like we are going to pick similar on that, but
Yeah.
there's definitely going to be a couple in there we're going to pick different with.
Yeah, there's a good chance of that.
Yes. So who do we got in the women's final again? Owen Hart Cup?
Jamie Hayter, Mercedes Moné.
I feel like I'm going to go Hater on that one.
See-
I'm not, and that's not my final pick. That's just what I'm.
No, I'm honestly kind of leaning that way because then it's a way to get a loss on Monet without taking the title off.
It
of
should
her.
also be noted that the winners of these matches get a world title match at All In.
Yeah, I would still say Hater because then it kind of builds into a feud between Monet and Hater where you can have both titles going. And Monet going along the lines of, well, the only match I've ever lost was against you. And
She's lost two.
has she?
Well, she lost her NJPW title recently.
She
oh,
did.
okay.
yeah.
Wow.
She was not in the fall, but she lost it.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause it was a 3-way.
So I'm definitely going Tony Storm in her match.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like it's as much as I like Mina Shirakawa. No.
Yeah, she's not
Good job,
Storm.
Tony. Change that music back.
Yeah, getting that. Getting that Def Rebel stuff out of here, even though it wasn't Def Rebel.
Nah, it sounded like it.
Yeah, it did. It was very much around around that. But that is just my suggestion. And if we do tie, Josh has trivia questions ready for us.
What if we put in something that would be a tiebreaker in these predictions?
Like
to
a
ensure that
like a
there's-
bonus?
Yeah, some kind of bonus thing.
Like how much?
I'll come up with a question.
Like how many pixie sticks Tony Khan is having before the show?
Yes.
I'll
come up with a question that I will not ask until we get here.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Josh. So, like, is the question going to be related to Double or Nothing, or is the question just going to be wrestling in general? Like,
I will relate it to Double or Nothing in some way.
Okay.
Yeah.
What color is the shirt of the man who's going to be sitting center screen of fourth to the right?
Speaking of the colored shirt, green shirt guy was not at Backlash.
Was he not?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I hope he feels better.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he couldn't afford the tickets.
Yeah.
Speaking of which.
Speaking of that, WWE COO Mark Shapiro spoke at the J.P. Morgan Annual Global Technology Media and Communications Conference. He spoke about the upside to WWE's ticket pricing and the company cutting back on house shows. Quote, "We cut those house shows down to where now we're doing 200 events a year. We cut them 75%, the number of house shows that we do. We feel that's a good place to be, and we'll continue to prune as we go through. WWE has tremendous upside on global partnerships, tremendous upside on ticket pricing, tremendous upside on site fees, dynamic pricing, yield management, all areas we're really focusing and pushing in on as it related to live events. As you saw on our first quarter, our margins significantly expanded as it relates to WWE live events," end quote. Which it brings an overarching question, an overarching commentary with this. Ticket pricing in general.
Yeah.
It gets it's ridiculous.
It is.
It should be noted it's not specifically a WWE thing, but it is a lot there.
It is. Because, like, the ticket pricing for, like, let's talk about the Super Bowl. Okay? The Super Bowl, a lot of times people will say, well, the crowd is not that into it as you would like a regular NFL crowd. Because a lot of it is people who have a lot of money. They may not follow this. This is more of a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
Like,
PR.
Where I'm making an appearance or something like that. You can also, I think, make that same argument because I know there were people that were complaining about WrestleMania's crowd this year. That played into it because it was a lot of people who are just there for looks, for the appearance, a lot of influencers, people, like I said, people who have money. I do not like the idea of the dynamic pricing stuff. And it's not just sports. This is also concerts.
Now, what is dynamic pricing? Let's get that out there.
Basically, the price of the ticket goes up for the more demand there is there.
Yeah.
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 Okay. So supply and demand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's on Ticketmaster's side that does that, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will say also with Ticketmaster, I just recently had I have an issue with it. I had bought tickets to a concert that Ivy and I decided not to go to.
Yeah.
I decided to sell said tickets on Ticketmaster's website because I didn't want to go through the hassle of dealing with somebody. I set the tickets for, that way I could somewhat break even with them. Ticketmaster's like, no, we need to take a commission out of this. And it's like, I don't know why. And it was not a small commission either.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even come close. I think I lost altogether $100 and some on these tickets. I don't know, like, I understand, like, I'm using your website to sell this, but that does not...
Should have went on Vivid.
Yeah, I know there's other ways to do this, but and it's not just a Ticketmaster thing. I'm just not a fan of that. Like, I that's not going to make me want to do that again.
Yeah.
Like that. Like, I'm just going to go a different route next time I want to sell whatever tickets I'm trying to sell. And also with this dynamic pricing, with this, I'm quite honestly, this overpricing of events, you shut out actual, real, hardcore fans of this stuff who cannot afford these tickets.
Like nosebleeds at WrestleMania were like, what, $800? Like,
Yeah.
very last
Jesus.
row?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what? Triple digits is one thing, but almost $1,000 for nosebleeds? I'll just go back to my house at that point.
Yeah. Well, I think part of it is the people who are making these decisions are the people who see that amount of money as expendable income.
Yes.
It's just an easy expenditure. When, in fact, it's not.
No. And what happens sometimes is people will put, they're like, I really want to knock this off my bucket list. I think for the three of us here as lifelong wrestling fans, WrestleMania is like a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go put everything on a credit card and then spend the next 5 years paying this credit card off for this one trip.
I'll watch it at home.
Exactly. But there's some people that are like, I don't know how many more chances I have to do this. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Which more power to you, but I'm not doing
40,000 on SummerSlam tickets.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that does include a lot of stuff, but still.
Yeah, and there's certain packages like that, and I can kind of in my head justify those a little bit. But when nosebleeder seats are north of $500, you got a big problem there.
You say I can't justify it. I can't justify any of it. I would much rather get a group of people together, rent out a cinema room at one of the local cinemas, and just watch WrestleMania there. Be like, okay, it's going to be a few $100s. Well, if everyone chips in, it comes down to $15 a person. I'll just watch it there.
Yeah.
And that would be just as entertaining for me as it is going to WrestleMania, because then I'm not having to fight the traffic. Now, when I was younger, I wanted to go to WrestleMania. I'm getting older. I don't want to deal with people. I don't like people.
That's very true.
At all. I don't like people.
I'm kind of right there with you.
Especially Josh.
Little does everybody know, Josh and Jason are best friends off the air.
No, we're not. I can't stand the guy. I never talked to him. He invited me to his bar mitzvah. I said no.
Jesus. But no. You see how quickly we get off track around here?
You're welcome.
I don't know. I understand, no, well, I don't. I don't understand from this guy's point of view.
Money.
I mean,
that's all it is.
Yeah, and it's people that just do not, they do not understand the everyday life of the average person, the average Joe. I looked up just to humor myself. I was like, all right, what are tickets right now going for on Double or Nothing?
Yeah.
Nosebleeders are around $40-$50.
Okay.
Now, granted, floor seats are around $300-$400, but that's floor seats at a major pay-per-view. I expect that. Exactly. But I don't expect $2-3 grand to sit mid-level.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, I mean, you're also having to look at the different size of the venues.
That's true.
WWE, for their big shows, are going with massive venues.
Massive stadiums, yes. And
so the nosebleeds there are going to be a lot higher than the nosebleeds for Double or Nothing.
That's true. That also does not justify the price for the nosebleeds.
Lord, no.
Not at all.
No.
But it's
I'm just saying, you're going to get a better view at AEW than you are at WWE, but you're going to pay so much more.
Yes.
I don't get it, except for Mr. Krabs. Money.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Why'd you do it, TKO? Money.
That's true. That's
very true. Make your money back from buying you.
Yeah.
Well, you got a point there, Josh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get the idea of paying that amount for tickets to go to anything, not just WrestleMania, but the Super Bowl, the World Series, the NBA Finals, the NHA Finals. I don't any type of concert. I don't understand that. And if I'm paying, and Josh can probably back me up on this because he did just come back from a festival. If I'm paying triple digit north of $500 in pricing, I'm hoping that it's a package for a 4-day event.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much what I paid for. It was $400, but yeah.
Yeah,
it was all 4 days. So
$100 a day.
Yeah, pretty much. And
okay.
There's 100 plus bands.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could have paid $100 more on Guy's second festival in that. I didn't realize it at the time, but still.
No.
But you can in your mind you can justify that price with that. Yeah, you're getting bang for your buck there.
Well, it's okay, Metallica played there 2 nights, 2 full entire sets. Going to one of their concerts is $500 on its own, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got 2 sets of that, plus a bunch of other bands for like $400.
Yeah,
No.
which I'm a little jealous.
Yeah.
Well, I need to switch topics really quick
Okay.
because I did get an email relating to Ultimo Dragon.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll do this real quick, then we got to do
Yeah, I'm sorry.
wrestling history. You're good.
Yeah, I was asked if these entities are in fact Ultimo Dragon. Okay. Spyro. No, that is a video game dragon, not Ultimo Dragon. Mushu. Again, no, that is a Disney dragon, not Ultimo Dragon. Toothless. Again, animated dragon. Dragonite. That is a Pokemon, not Ultimo Dragon. Puff. That's a magic dragon, not Ultimo Dragon. Smog. Nope, that's from The Hobbit, not Ultimo Dragon. Trogdor. Nope, that was an animated bit from Strong Bad, Homestar Runner, not Ultimo Dragon. And let's see. Magellan. No, that is the dragon from Eureka's Secret Castle, Eureka's Window. But nope, in fact, not Ultimo Dragon, not even pro wrestlers, just different types of dragons.
So there you go.
Yep, I'm glad we got that solved.
Real quick before we get to On This Day in Wrestling History, did your dissertation, did it pass?
It did, in fact, pass.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, so I am now Dr. Lykens.
And on that note, on this day in wrestling history. May 18th, 1997. In the main event of WCW Slamboree from Charlotte, North Carolina, Kevin Green, Ric Flair, and Roddy Piper defeated the NWO's Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Six with a 6-person tag match. Also,
a 6-person tag match.
Yeah.
With...
Also, Steven Regal defeated Ultimo Dragon.
Oh.
There you go. Who is, in fact, Ultimo Dragon.
Yes. For the WCW World Television Championship.
How many titles was he holding at that time?
I'm not sure.
I'll be honest. I'm still trying to find it on the rundown where we are. I see it now.
Yeah, it's towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Dean Malenko retained the WCW United States Championship against JEFF Jeff Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
Medusa pinned Luna Vachon, and the Steiner brothers defeated the Dungeon of Doom. So.
Well, right.
Yep. May 18th, 2002. This is a sad one. The British Bulldog Davy Boy Smith passed away age 39 in Invermere, Canada from a heart attack. Smith was best known for his appearance in the WWF as a tag team and singles competitor where he won a number of singles and tag team titles. Smith's most notable career highlights was winning the Intercontinental Championship from real-life brother-in-law Bret the Hitman Hart in front of 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium.
The original Wembley.
Yes. In England in the main event of SummerSlam 1992, which many fans and critics regarded as one of the greatest pure wrestling matches of all time. Smith was also the inaugural WWF European Champion and holds the longest reign as the title holder at 206 days until he dropped the title to Shawn Michaels at the UK-exclusive One Night Stand pay-per-view. Smith initially found popularity with wrestling fans as part of the British Bulldogs tag team, where he teamed up with his cousin, the Dynamite Kid. The British Bulldog was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2021 by his wife, Diana Smith Hart, and his 2 children, Harry and Georgia Smith. May 18th, 2015, NXT champion Kevin Owens made his WWE main roster debut when he answered John Cena's weekly United States Championship Open Challenge. The match never takes place as Owens attacks Cena to set up a non-title champion versus champion match at the forthcoming WWE Network special, Elimination Chamber.
They had some great matches.
They did. They did.
I always loved his, what was it, a fisherman suplex, but from the top rope or whatever it's called?
Cena?
No,
or
Owens does. So that was the first time I ever saw him do that. move. And I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is great. John Cena's good, too. And speaking of John Cena, we got some John Cena news in the next segment. So, stay tuned.
It's time for more of the Grill Out. Here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Grill Out. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. I'm joined by my two illustrious co-hosts.
Illustrious.
Yes, Josh Cole, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And now, Dr.
Yes.
Jason Lykens.
Dr. Reflection of Perfection.
Dr. Reflection.
Dr. Greatness.
Is that what's going to be on your degree when they
Yes.
give it to you?
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Reflection of Perfection. Jason Lykens.
Yes.
The whole thing.
Yes.
Dr. RP.
Dr. Reflection of Perfection.
Yes.
Jason Greatness Lykens. It's all on there.
All on there.
All on there.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Kind of like Dr. Death, Steve Williams.
Amazing wrestler, by the way.
Yeah, but it's not like that at all. It's Dr. Reflection of Perfection, Jason Greatness Lykens.
Watching, I will say real quick about Dr. Death, Steve Williams, watching him and like Stan Hansen and them
Oh, yeah.
in Japan
Yeah.
is like, it hurts watching that.
Well, it shouldn't, but.
It shouldn't,
Yeah.
but I'm like, what
Big men slapping meat.
What would you do if you've been in the business for what, a few months?
Yeah.
A few months, a
Let's
year,
say.
a couple years. We'll give you a couple
Yeah,
years.
let's say.
Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah.
And you go and you're like, all right, who am I facing tonight? And you see Dr. Death Steve Williams.
Yeah, I would shake his hand and say, hello, sir. What would you like to do?
You wouldn't go in there and start telling him, this is what we're going to do.
No. Lord, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. I'm glad that's a
No.
little.
Wouldn't do that.
No. I bet you he would also know that cameras zoom in.
Probably.
Yep. We talked about in the previous segment about ticket pricing.
We did.
Yes, and about how ridiculous ticket pricing has gotten for certain events.
Listen, if I could find a wrestling show with reasonable ticket prices, I'd go.
Sometimes they're free.
Sometimes they are free. Sometimes you do have to pay, but you're getting bang for your buck on it.
Really?
ASW Bash.
Tell me more.
ASW Bash and Beckley 5, June 7th at the Beckley Raleigh Convention Center.
It's still the Armory to me.
That's 2 weeks from this Saturday.
Yeah.
It is known as West Virginia's WrestleMania.
Coined by the indie god Matt Cardona.
Yes. And the meet and greets, the card, Gary Damer and them leave no stone unturned with this. They always go all in with it.
Stones.
They do. They turn some stones on this one. The meet and greet, all the people that are going to be here.
Everybody.
It's going to take me a minute to get through this list.
Well,
Yeah.
start talking.
Scott Steiner,
You're on the list.
Bully Ray,
You're on the list.
Missy Hyatt,
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn, Steve Carino, the Heat Seekers, Marty Jannetty, Earl Hebner.
You know, he really is the Marty Jannetty of the Rockers.
Yes, he is. And he's
Marty
not,
Jannetty, not Earl Hebner.
and he's not Ultimo Dragon, correct?
He's not. No.
Okay, I'm just running that by you. Earl Hebner, Heath, Brock, and Arn Anderson,
Not Ultimate Dragon.
Kerry and Ricky Morton,
Neither of them.
the Brooklyn Brawler,
Funny enough, not Ultimo Dragon.
the Good Brothers, Demolition, Boris.
Who are not in the Hall of Fame.
crazy enough. Crazy enough.
Yeah.
You're just going. Your thing now that you've gotten your doctorate, Jason.
Yes.
You're just going to advocate for Demolition to go into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Listen, if I ever have the opportunity to meet Tugboat or Typhoon from the Natural Disasters, I'd be like, listen, Fred, that's not right. But I don't ever see a chance where that's going to happen. So who else is here?
Boris Zukov
Okay.
and Tugboat.
Toot toot.
That's right. Toot toot.
You can meet Tugboat, Jason. Yeah, Tugboat's going to be there.
He is.
Harvey Whippleman will
Yes.
also be there. Jillian Hall, Jerry the King Lawler, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, Psycho Love, which is Psycho Boy Fodder, and Angelina Love, Powers of Pain, Ronnie Garvin, Rip Rogers, Celeste Bonin, formerly known as Caitlyn. And there will also be a Ric Flair robe experience where you can get a picture with Ric Flair's robe from Starrcade 1983. Jamie Noble, did you just add this, Josh? Yeah. Okay. Jamie Noble was also originally booked but had a scheduling conflict due to WWE's Money in the Bank PLE that same night. The match card has been announced. There are more announcements to come.
Okay, let's hear it.
The JV team.
Stacked.
Yes. Jack Vaughn and Dalton McKenzie will take on the Good Brothers.
Okay.
Brock Anderson with Arn Anderson will take on Kerry Morton with Ricky Morton. Bully Ray will be in a handicap match versus Psycho Love. DD Trash will be taking on the Heat Seekers. For the ASW Tag Team Championship, Rick Reeves and Super Oprah will be taking on the Tater Gang. And for the ASW Heavyweight Championship, a triple threat match between Huff Manley, Jason Kincaid, and Matt Cross. And like I said, there are more announcements to come.
We should do predictions for it, since all three of us are actually going.
Yeah, we do plan on being there.
Yeah.
So we're going to do a live show there. I'm just joking. That'd be pretty cool, though.
It would be cool. Would be cool.
It'd be overrated.
Maybe we could do a Facebook Live.
I'm just talking about when we get there.
Maybe.
Live reactions.
I don't know.
We'll see what happens.
We're just spitballing right
yeah.
now. So yeah, no, we are talking about ASW Bash and Beckley.
Yes.
Live. We are planning on being there.
Yes.
As of right now, we were planning on being there last year, but a bunch of stuff came up.
Yes.
So it happens. Life happens.
Yes.
So as of right now, we will be there. But now, all of the names that I did read off, those are different meet and greets that you can get. Prices do vary amongst them. I think you can do like a pre-order type deal with them. Also, you can pre-order your tickets.
So where do you find all that at? Like, where can you pre-order meet and greet and pre-order tickets? And this is something that you should have had ready, Jeff. Are you not
contact Gary Dameron or their official Facebook page, and I believe that you can get the tickets directly from the Raleigh Convention Center.
Did I ask you, Josh?
No.
No, but Josh does help with certain information.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though it should be said, the meet and greet itself is, I guess, part of your ticket price, and then the other individual meet and greets are their own ticket prices themselves.
So do we have any idea how much those prices are?
Tickets themselves, I looked this morning. Reserve tickets are around, if you buy them off the website, they're around $33.99.
Okay.
That's reserved. But general admission is like $25 roughly.
Okay.
So that's kind of, And then, like I said, meet and greets, they do vary.
They have their own prices.
Yeah, some of them are, let me see. Some of them are, anywhere from like $40 to $60, depending on what you want. Some of them are a little less, a little more, whatever. Like I said, it really just varies between all of that. Let's see, All Star Wrestling, WV. You can also go to etix.com. Let's see. Reserve tickets right now, because you can go to etix.com, but this the link is on their Facebook page.
Okay.
So you can go there. Reserve tickets are $33.99, and general admission is $28.84. So,
okay. So how are you all wanting to do it? You wanting to do reserved? You want to do GA?
I'm not sure. Maybe GA, in all honesty.
I mean, I'd like to be right on the floor, though. I'd like to be front row.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
limit
50 tickets per order.
We get 50 tickets.
No.
Tickets.
Bell time is 7 o'clock. Doors open at 4 p.m. for the meet and greet.
Okay.
So about 3 hours before bell time, if you want to meet some of the wrestlers that are going to be there, that is when you need
meet your favorites.
Yes. But yes, it will be June 7th.
Including Ric Flair's robe.
Yes, you can go have a picture with Ric Flair's robe.
If that's your favorite robe.
Can't touch it.
Starrcade 1983.
1983, Starrcade, Ric Flair's robe.
Yes.
You can meet it. You can greet it.
Yes. You can also get tickets with the BeckleyConventionCenter.com. You can go to that website as well. There's a QR code on the Facebook page and whatnot.
I really thought you said you could get pictures with the Beckley Convention Center.
I mean, you could.
Yeah.
You just go up to it, hey, man, big fan.
Just put your hand on a wall.
I've been a fan of yours since you were the Armory.
Oh, that's good.
Never mind.
That's good. That's great. But yeah, so that's everything with ASW Bash and Beckley 5. Like I said, June 7th at the Beckley Raleigh Convention Center. Bell time at 7 o'clock. Meet and greets will be when the doors open at 4 o'clock. Also, this does not involve
Are you all
ASW.
wanting to do a meet and greet with anyone?
No.
Not in particular.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Not even like Scotty Steiner?
Oh, yeah. We can do something like that.
What'd you think I was talking about?
I have no idea.
No, it was. I'm not saying we set up a booth and do a meet and greet.
You know what? We could.
No one wants to
not.
meet us.
They're going to take one look at us and be like,
No.
Set up a booth to promote.
in the words of the Good Brothers, nerds. So we talked in the previous segment about Backlash and our predictions.
Yes.
We've settled that. We know what we're going to do.
Yes.
We know how we're going to deal with that.
But it's not Backlash.
Backlash predictions, because this was what I'm leading into.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
I see.
Yes, because
I see.
John Cena crushed R-Truth's dreams.
He did.
How dare you,
No,
John Cena?
That man is a national hero, and the other one is John Cena.
Yes. John Cena said he was going to ruin wrestling, and he has.
He has. How dare you, John Cena?
How dare
How
you?
dare you?
After
How dare you do that to the young child of R-Truth?
Yes.
Little Jimmy.
After John Cena retained his title at Backlash
Who's your biggest fan, John Cena?
during the post-show press conference, Cena turned on R-Truth by putting him through a table with an attitude adjustment. R-Truth has challenged John Cena to a title match at Saturday night's main event on May 24th. This past Friday on SmackDown, Wade Barrett interviewed R-Truth about his upcoming match with John Cena. R-Truth said he did not want to fight Cena, but if he had to, he would knock some sense back into him. Take a listen to this.
I don't want to fight John. But if I have to beat him back to his senses, then I would do it. I'm going to do it. I already talked to Nick Aldis. It's set. Saturday night main event. Wade, John is the greatest of all time. But I remember what my hero told me when facing the impossible. Never give up. And regardless of what happens Saturday night, I'm going to walk out with my head held high. Because I'm going to live by 3 words. Hustle, loyalty, and respect. That's what's up.
So, John Cena crushed R-Truth's dreams.
He did.
He did.
Which broke the hearts of tens of people.
Tens of millions of people. R-Truth is a national treasure.
He is.
Yes.
I remember watching R-Truth.
You know, I actually had a conversation about R-Truth's earlier career this week, and this particular person I was talking to had no idea that R-Truth was in the WWF in the early 2000s.
Yeah, K-Quick.
Yeah, he was K-Quick at that time.
Teamed up with the Road Dogg.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was in TNA.
Yes, and that's
They're
another...
on the truth.
African-American NWA World Champion.
Exactly. That's one thing people forget about R-Truth. He is technically a former world champion.
He hasn't aged.
No, he hasn't. How? Wait a minute.
He's 53.
He's 53 years old?
I'm just guessing.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's take a look.
But if I win, I get my title back.
No, you don't.
No,
Shut up.
No, that's not happening.
God, I like it more when you're not here.
Oh my God, he is 53.
Wow.
Wow,
Nicely
Josh?
done, you know?
Josh, what do you do on the weekends,
listen.
man? Besides this show,
Yeah.
no, R-Truth, yes, has not aged at all. Now, if you watch like the promos of R-Truth in TNA, it's Ron Killings.
Yes.
But the man can cut a promo.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
well, I mean, he was all about the truth.
He needs to
He
bring
was.
back Ron Killings against John Cena.
I agree.
That that would be very interesting. Like he has to dust off Ron Killings, bring him back.
I mean, he's slowed down a little bit, but come on, he's 53 years old.
That's yeah.
He's still I think still really impressive in the ring.
Absolutely. Like, it's still, it blows my mind that he is 53 years old.
Yes.
Like, that really just throws me off.
He looks better at 53 than I have ever looked in my life.
Yeah, you know,
I won't speak for Jeff, but clearly the same goes for Jeff.
That's very true. But I will say, listen, I just recently hit 30, and I know somebody who hit 30 as well, and they look awful. They also don't know that cameras zoom. That's true.
That's what the Z stands for.
In PTZ.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. I'm glad you could bring something in.
I want to drive a Mazda. Zoom, zoom.
When do you think R-Truth debuted in wrestling?
1993.
Wow.
Not even close. Well, close, but not
1893. That was close.
Oh, he said 1993.
I thought you said 1893.
No, he
It's
said
like, Jesus Christ. He's 53. Like,
1997.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
March 15th, 1997 is when R-Truth debuted in wrestling.
Where?
Let's see.
Sacramento, California.
Is he right?
So this is
Show me Sacramento.
No, not even close. Where's Steve Harvey when you need him? This is coming from his Wikipedia page. Jackie Crockett.
Wait, from Steve Harvey's?
No, from R-Truth.
I was wondering why we'd be talking about Steve Harvey's Wikipedia page with wrestling.
Because
it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
He's had some wrestlers on the Feud show.
Yeah.
On the Feud show?
Yeah.
The Family Feud?
The feud with the families.
Jackie Crockett of the National Wrestling Alliance met Killings at a halfway house after Killings released from prison.
Oh.
And tried to convince Killings to become a professional wrestler. By the way, Killings is his legitimate last name.
Yeah.
He was determined to focus on his music career. Killings spent 2 years working on his music career and then contacted the Crockett once more and expressed an interest in becoming a wrestler. Crockett, by now the senior cameraman for World Championship Wrestling, took Killings to several WCW and Pro Wrestling Federation events, introducing him to wrestling personalities. Killings debuted in the Pro Wrestling Federation in 1997 as a manager and then spent 3 years traveling and training with Manny Fernandez. In 1999, he debuted in NWA Wildside as K-Crush, where he was awarded the newly created NWA Wildside Television Championship on December 12th. In 2002, he wrestled for Extreme Pro Wrestling as K. Malik Shabazz. And that's from 1997 to 2002 in his career.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
Good on R-Truth, though.
Yeah.
Turning his life around.
Only to be destroyed by John Cena's actions.
Yes.
How dare you?
How dare you, John Cena, you and your bald spot.
Do you not see what this man has
I
come
don't buy
from?
it. What is it?
Do you not see what this man has came back from?
Yes. He knows hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Those are 3 words that he knows.
Yes, he does.
He knows John Cena. How dare you?
You man, you. But yes, how dare you, John Cena?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Scene 17.
This man has been through everything.
You are his childhood hero, John Cena. How dare you do that?
But yeah, so John Cena, I don't know. How dare you, man? How dare you?
Dare you?
Ruining wrestling.
Josh, do you want to throw in a
How dare you?
How dare you, John Cena?
By God!
By God! By God, how dare you?
There's no loyalty or respect there.
There is not.
The only hustle he does is to the Rogaine aisle to cover up the bald spot. By God.
That's true. That's true. John Cena and your bald spot.
Hairy implants.
How dare you have a normal effect of testosterone to where your hair starts falling out at your age? How dare you, John Cena?
Also,
wear a hat like the rest of us.
He does.
That's what did it, John Cena.
As I sit here right now wearing a hat. Speaking of this past week's SmackDown,
Yes.
Jeff Cobb, even though he made his debut at Backlash,
As Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, all wrestling fans who are in the know of Jeff Cobb.
Well, they actually said Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, but they know that his name is Jeff Cobb. Because that's who he is.
It's not.
It's not.
No, they changed his name.
Okay, so what? If it's Jeff Cobb, now if it was Vince McMahon, they would have called him Corn Cobb.
Yeah.
But, so it's no longer...
No relation to Kim Cobb.
Yeah, it's no longer Jeff Cobb.
Or eating corn the long way.
That's right. That's Goldberg.
And John Cena.
So I'm going to guess that they have named him, let's see, Jeff Cobb is now Tyson Danger.
That's actually better what they gave him.
The Samoan Dream.
The Samoan Dream, Tyson Danger.
You know that he is called the Hawaiian Hulk.
The Hawaiian Hulk, Tyson Danger.
No, the Hawaiian Hulk, Jeff Cobb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that was his what he went by on the end.
Okay, so if that's what he went by, is it now Tyson Anawahi?
No.
Is it Jeff Anawahi?
Nope.
Okay, it has to be something good then. Something better than Jeff Cobb. What is it?
JC Mateo.
That is terrible.
That is awful.
That JC, what is it, Josh Cole Mateo? Who wants that?
Jesus Christ.
I know who wants it.
JC Mateo is what his name is going to be now. That is up there with Cope.
So Jeff Cobb Mateo?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it's bad as Cope, but
No, it's not. I don't think it's as bad as Cope.
It's up there.
I think Cope is worse.
Cope is worse. I'm not saying it's not worse than Cope, but it's up there.
I think Cope is up there with the Booty Man.
Bastion Booger?
No, that would be Ed Leslie, the Booty Man.
I know.
Okay, Bastion Booger? No, because everything about that was terrible.
That's true.
And that was just because he was overweight and Vince was making fun of him.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
But JC Mateo.
JC Mateo.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. No, there's no jury out on this. I'm not a fan of that.
Josh, what do you think?
I think Tyson Danger sounds better than Jason
Tyson
Mateo.
Danger.
It does.
It just doesn't roll off the tongue well.
No. And as a fellow Jeff,
That's right.
I'm not a fan of this.
No, I think they should have named him Will Power. Yeah, that way he's willpower.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no, because the jokes start writing themselves after a while. But yeah, no, Jeff Cobb debuted on SmackDown as JC Mateo.
JC Mateo.
And he is going to be alongside Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah,
They're putting everyone in there. It's the new NWO. Everyone's in it.
The Bloodline. Oh, that's a headline right there. The Bloodline is the new NWO.
It is.
Not the good NWO either.
No, not the original. But back whenever Jeff Jarrett was in it, Bret Hart was in it, they had like three
Half the
different.
Rogers.
It was Dusty.
Shawn Michaels got in it at one point.
Yeah, Dusty Rhodes was in it back in WCW for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, but I will say, in Shawn Michaels' defense, it was when they came to the WWF at the time.
Yes.
So, like, he wasn't part of that half the roster as an NWO member.
And the other half was Wolfpack or the LWO or the BWO or the whatever other WO.
Wasn't I thought BWO was like exclusive to ECW.
No, it was it.
I think it started there, but
It
then
did.
it came over to WCW eventually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that.
It kind of went wherever they did.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, when the one guy's name is Blue Meanie,
Yes.
and you're part of the Blue World Order, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of part of your gimmick.
Yeah.
Real quick, before we get to the main event, I do have some sad news, though.
Oh,
Yes.
which one?
I got a couple. Last Sunday, a week ago on May 11th, it was announced that Sabu had passed away. He was 60 years old. If you don't know who Sabu is, or this is your first time hearing about him, I highly recommend watching him versus Taz in ECW. Also, his tag matches with RVD in ECW as well.
Yeah.
There has not been a clear answer as to what he passed from, but our thoughts are with his family and the pro wrestling community. And we're going to shift gears to the main event.
It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event.
And now we have the main event where we go ahead and let you know what your upcoming week of professional wrestling is going to look like internationally, nationally, and, of course, locally. Internationally and nationally, Friday, May 23rd at TNA Under Siege will be taking place. Then, Saturday, May 24th, Marigold will shine forever. That is their pay-per-view.
That sounds dumb.
Well, you take it up with Rossi Akawa. WWE.
Where are you, Rossi? I will find you.
Next Saturday, WWE Saturday Night's main event will be a television special simulcast on NBC and Peacock.
How dare you, John Cena?
Sunday, May 25th, we have two shows that night. WWE NXT Battleground, Joe Hendry will defend the TNA World Championship against NXT's Trick Williams, and this will go head-to-head against AEW Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
And we will have predictions for that next week.
That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
It will be just Jason and I.
I'm a
doing
lose.
predictions.
Yes.
You already lost, Josh.
Yep.
Locally, back on April 4th, Appalachian Championship Wrestling was scheduled to return to Oak Hill Middle School in Oak Hill, West Virginia to present
Payback.
But due to unforeseen circumstances, it had to be postponed.
Postponed.
That's not in quotations.
No, but I wanted to do it.
That event will now be held this Friday, May 23rd. Meet and greet is at 6 o'clock, and bell time is 7 o'clock. Ringside tickets are $15. Bleacher seats are $10, and it's $5 for kids 10 and under. And on Saturday, May 24th, this is our last one, World Domination Wrestling Alliance will be in action for
Salute to the Fallen.
at the South Berkeley Fire Hall in Inwood, West Virginia. Bell time is 6:15 p.m., and tickets are $20 while those with a military ID get in for free. And that's going to be the main event, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're just going to wrap things up.
Hashimashamoto.
Stay tuned.
Once again, here's Hollywood Jeff Petty.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Hollywood Jeff Petty. That's
He
Josh
is.
Cole,
He
baby.
is.
That's
Well,
Jason Lykens.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Yes.
And will continue to be.
Yes, you will be. You will continue to be.
back.
You're Dr. Lykens now, though.
I am Dr. Reflection of Perfection, Jason Greatness Lykens.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing.
Yep.
You can follow us on
That is the whole thing.
the whole thing. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/The Grill Out. You can also follow us on Blue Sky at thegrillout.bsky.social. You can email us, thegrillout95@gmail.com. Let us know what you think of what John Cena did to R-Truth. Let us know if you're going.
Bad. He a bad, bad man.
He is. He is. I'm a little disappointed they did not go with that song, though.
He told you he was going to ruin wrestling.
He is. He is absolutely ruining wrestling for me. He is. Also, let us know if you're going to go to ASW's Bash and Beckley 5 and what you think of this whole dynamic ticket pricing.
Let us know if you think we should set up a booth at ASW Bash and Beckley
No,
5.
we're not.
Just for you all to come up to us and be like, wow, that's what you look like. And we'd be like,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We are not Ultimo Dragon.
Nope.
No,
It's true.
No, we're not. It's
true. Very
I,
true.
I don't have the physique of an Ultimo Dragon. I have the physique of a fat dragon.
No, of an Ultimo dragging your belly.
I got Dunlap disease.
Your
And
belly don't lap your belt. He can't see his dick.
And until next time, fellow wrestling fans, have a good one.
Goodbye and good night. Back.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.